continued as we are now jumping into game 1 of the grand final stage 1 NACT fall. Bloodthirsty Kings, your champions from the NACT spring season, going head to head against the Ohio brothers.
Yeah, which is the runner-up for NACT 2023 Spring. We already see a retry being used in by Zane. A lot of good pressure coming in. But for the early game, I'm going to have to give it up to BTK, right? They have Yato running this Faramis with a little bit of sustain with his little orbs, right? But we also see Chicken running this R-Lot, a little bit of sustain with that dash and the lifesteal that you get. But Zane also being running that tank jungle gives you that sustain. So I feel like BTK is going to have that aggro towards that early game stage, which I feel like they should be able to take this into their pocket and start snowballing. And the issue is, can the Ohio brothers block that from happening?
Yeah, I definitely agree. When it comes to the draft, I would kind of favor BTK a little bit more. I feel like it's going to be a little awkward with Milo running this Fredrin in the XP lane, but he can still pull it off. Definitely going to have to play a little bit more passive. R-Lot is going to profit when it comes to the set potential from Yato being able to pull people in when he rushes in with Faramis. But that's really all he's going to profit on, right? I guess maybe the slow from Boxio could possibly proc those eyes. But when I'm looking at the Ohio brothers, I mean, they have some great CC. They have good combinations with these heroes and their utility. So I really think it's just going to go down to the 5v5 engagements.
Oh, yeah.
Boba Zane definitely rotating around, trying to out-farm best player, able to stop him in his tracks, but is going to phantom execution out. But oh my goodness, Joy Bosch is going to try. He used the flicker for that too. Almost able to grab him and pull him back to the turret.
Absolutely. Now that is a flicker burnt, however, for BTK, especially in that roam position, which means this turtle might be a little bit of a disadvantage when Joy Bodge is able to flicker hook and get the jungler, but topside Milo.
Yeah, you are looking at Milo rushing in, taking a lot of damage, but Hoon rushing in, trying to get him to safety. Is going to use the IMU for the final slash. Best player is going to claim the turtle for the Ohio brothers, but Joy Bodge with the bloody hunt. Mobazane for the kill, drawing first blood. Is going to go ahead and take down Super Shark. BTK able to draw a kill, but losing the first neutral objective. Right now, both teams are going to be tied in terms of gold, so neither side have the most major advantage. Dane able to pick up a kill, though, which will give him the advantage at rotating around the farm, but you are seeing best player make up for it by claiming that first neutral objective. Now, looking at the matchups, right? You are looking at Zia going up against ISO. ISO is the champion gold laner for BTK, and he was able to kind of work against Zia when it came to the spring season. So now flipping it back around, will Zia be able to even it out and win in that matchup? I mean, on paper, he can win in the early phase up against the Leslie, who is going to take a little bit more time to scale. But that's also going to be dependent on the team rotating around and creating the opportunity for those gold lanes to profit.
But with these two teams, it's not really about book anymore. It's about the players that we are looking at and how much they are focused and how well they can team fight with each other. That's the real deal here, Weezy. But looks like a little skirmish here. Here we go.
That's right. You are going to see Mobazane rushing in, trying to do some damage, but not able to hit the mark. It may be a little bit of a slower game. It's considering looking at the draft from BTK. They're not really too focused on being kill-oriented. They're trying to play for the long game, get ISO on those power spikes he needs to be able to deal that single burst damage onto the side of TOB. But looking like Zia not having any plans to let this go to the late, already chipping down the gold on that turret to 50%.
Yeah, already a little bit of a gold advantage for Zia for the side of TOB. Is doing very well grabbing all of that farm, but ISO getting a little bit of vision, knows exactly where Shark is now, so he knows to be careful and not to step any 2 feet forward before he gets his toes stepped on by the side of the Ohio brothers. But Turtle being pulled in by Shark.
And Zane gonna rotate around to it and pull the aggro. Shark is trying to stay there, trying to get vision to create the opportunity for the denial and the contest. But Alter has been activated from the side of BTK, and Mobazane will claim the turtle for his team. ISO takes down Milo. That is going to be the XP lane falling for the Ohio brothers. Zia gets a kill, finds Joy Boss. Chicken is going to find Zia to respond as ISO picks up a double and finds best player. 3 members fall into the Ohio brothers, 1 member for BTK. They are also able to claim that first turtle.
Beautiful Cult Altar coming in from Yato was able to nullify all the damage coming from Shark, and this is what I warned you guys earlier about in draft, right? The Cult Altar coming in, the rough waves is not going to do enough damage. It's just going to nullify everything, right? ISO coming into the Cult Altar a little bit later saved him, but woo! Oh, what just happened? Weezy, I just blinked.
Shutdown
I blinked.
takes down Hoon. I know, I blinked too. I think we both almost missed that. But speaking of missing things, ISO falling to Zia, giving him the advantage in the gold lane. But Zane joining the party, trying to shut down Zia. Is going to flicker back, trying to get to safety. Does escape the wrath of Moba Zane, the king of the junglers, but may not be the same thing for Shark, because he is going to use the rough waves to get out. But Joyboss on the chase, needs the iron hook, misses it. Zane on the chase, but a misdirection from Super Shark, gets caught off guard and falls down. As mislaid, Bloody Hunt goes down for the suppression on the best player, out of position, is going to use a Phantom Execution and the puncture, the path through, and escapes with 5% HP.
But that is a ult burnt for Yacht. Ooh. Whoa. Weezy. We gotta be at the edge of our seats. I blink for 1 second and stuff's happening. I can't keep up, Weezy.
Yeah, but definitely the Ohio brothers not wasting the opportunity. Instant transmission with those flickers on the screen to be able to draw that kill. And now 63 on the scoreboard. BTK leading the way as you are seeing some of the items picked up. ISO picking up the Berserker's Fury, having a little bit of that crit at its disposal.
Yeah, they're definitely pressing the gas pedal for the side of the Ohio brothers, but BTK is kind of waiting for Zane to start farming, right? ISO might be 2-1, but macro-wise, they are very even. Now, we are talking about two teams that really take things very slow as they care more about the objectives than they do kills. But for right now, TOB does have a turret in their favor, but looks like ISO's going to trade that out.
Yeah, gonna trade that out. Who will be able to claim this turtle? First one went to BTK, but the second one going to the Ohio brothers. They now have 2 turtles under their belt and may be able to pick off some kills. As you already see the rough waves go down, Super Shark takes down Moba Zane. Once best buddies, now enemies across the land of Dawn, but a huge iron hook on the Super Shark by Joyboss, and Yato securing the kill. But the suppression goes in from the IMU. Bloody Hunt onto Yato. Co-alter being forced out for BTK. Open the sniper from ISO from afar in their jungle. Shuts down Hoon. Not able to step in front of those bullets, and ISO secures that kill. Milo and Zia now trying to push out of the mid-river. Need to get away, but wait a minute. Zia with the damage, and Milo to finish. Finds ISO and may be able to take out Chicken.
Beautiful play, and Zia, I love how he waited so patiently in that bush, but Chicken.
He's gonna rush in. Oh my goodness! Chicken, a menace! The placement of micro, the ability to make that work in his favor and pick up the kill, takes down Super Shark, outplays best player in Zia in that mid lane and sustains himself. And this just shows you how much of a valued asset he is for the Bloodthirsty Kings.
Yeah, Shark's not doing too well. He's sitting at 1-4, and you know, we thought that the Kanita pick would have been very nice here, but he just keeps getting hooked by Joyboss on the mid side.
Are still seeing pressure from BTK. Both teams trying to take these objectives, but when you look at the turrets, right? I mean, there was a lane swap already with the marksman going to the top side for the Ohio brothers. Zia up there trying to claim that turret, but it looks like Chicken was able to take it and deny him that pressure on the map, which means they are going to be leading in terms of turrets for BTK. As you are going to see Super Shark trying to rush out, but the Petrify, Chicken rushing in, trying to get the kill. Finds it, takes down Super Shark, maybe able to get another. The R-Line is unstoppable. ISO is going to find Hoon. 2 members falling for BTK, 2 members falling for TOB, nobody falling for BTK. Sniper goes down, Alter being activated, Venice Rage dropping from Zia, trying to contest BTK from claiming that turret in the mid lane, but they're now going to shift their focus into the Lord Pit.
Yeah, BTK does have the advantage right now of turrets. 2 turrets into their favor and turtle favor into the favor of Ohio brothers. But they did a very good job defending that mid side to prevent anything from being pushed. But Lord is going to be picked up by BTK. Moba Zane, the king of jungle, putting their hands on it. But, oh my goodness.
Chicken is just leading the Ohio brothers right now with this R-Line. I mean, he is 4-0-4. Most kills and best KDA so far in this game. When you're looking at the Ohio brothers, all of their kills are going split between Zia and Milo, but nobody has an answer for Chicken, right? He's always at the right place at the right time, and every time he sees an enemy, he's guaranteed to take them down. But conceal play has been called out from Joyboss. They are going to go ahead and try and seize this turret in the mid lane, and it looks like TOB will not be able to deny it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of objectives has been lost for the side of TOB as Lord has been picked up by BTK, still pushing down that bot side, and TOB needs to come with a response, but here comes the invasion once again.
Yep, evasion does go down. Rough Waves dropping in for a possible pickoff, but T with the final slash, not able to sustain himself. Best player will take him out. Ultimate Sniper onto Milo. 1 HP will be able to make it back to the base, all in the midst of this as the Lord is pushing in on the bottom side.
Yeah, but we might see another skirmish in the mid side. Here we go, Weezy, step by step.
Yeah, possibly gonna fight it out as they are trying to take the tier 2 turret, slowly inching their way up the map. BTK leading the way as it is bleeding blue. The kings of kings, the bloodthirsty kings, showing the world we are ready to take game 1. They're trying to repeat what we've seen in the NACT spring season, but the Ohio brothers still confident to be able to turn this around.
Yeah, definitely trying to do that Control C and Control V from what happened in that last season, but still have a lot of insurance left, right? TOB still has time for Zia to scale, and once Milo starts getting a little bit more tanky, is able to take forward a lot of those damage. But mid lane, they gotta look for a little bit more. Macro, they are slacking just a little bit as they are behind in turrets. So if they can look for a response, this might be a little bit of an easier game for TOB, but BTK has to keep their momentum going if they want to take this game to a win.
That's right. I mean, you're slowly seeing the turrets fall for the Ohio brothers, and they're not really able to do anything about it. At this point in the game, they just need to group up together and wait for the opportunity from BTK being over-aggressive. As you are going to see Chicken on the top side alongside ISO take yet another turret, the tier 2, leaving only the tier 2 for the mid before TOB is stripped down to their inhibitors. And now going to go ahead and contest on the purple buff as well. Zane picking that up, out farming best player so far, leading by 4,000 gold. And also 4 turrets up on the Ohio brothers.
Macro, definitely BTK is winning, but might see a little bit of a skirmish. Now, the thing is with these two teams, they do know their limitations, so they know when to go in and when to back out. So you can definitely see the discipline coming in from both teams, but the issue is who makes the first mistake or a foul play for them to turn it into their side and their game.
Right, and right now, it's looking like BTK may be able to try and close this out early. But TOB, right, they are a top-tier team. Even when the odds are not in their favor, with no turrets on their side, they can still find a way to turn this around. And it just goes off their IQ and experience. So Bloodthirsty Kings, even with the advantage, they cannot blink for a second or they'll lose the opportunity that they've built up so far. As you are going to go ahead and see Milo, best player, get in position to possibly take this Lord. But BTK now joining the party as well. Mobazane running on this Boxia jungle that he's been known for so far recently on the professional scene, and now they're going to fight it out. Co-Alter being activated from Hoon to sustain Milo, Zia, but the Co-Alter responded back from the Bloodthirsty Kings into the hands of Yato. Rough Waves goes down, Super Strike trying to escape, but not able to as ISO finds a kill on an Iron Hook, connected with the Bloody Hunt. Mobazane securing a kill on the best player, and now Zia doing a lot of damage on a Chicken, tries to rush in, but Zia going to deny it, shut him down. That is a 2-for-1 trade. TOB still behind in members. BTK may have the advantage they need to take this objective.
Wow.
Milo is going to find Yato. Killing spree activated. Milo knocked airborne, but may get another. Does find ISO for the double. Joyboss very low. Milo wants the triple. He can smell blood. He's chasing down Joyboss. Zane not able to get the Lord. It will be reset. What a skirmish.
Definitely a skirmish here, but we are looking at Retry still into the favor of BTK, so this can be anybody's Lord as best player is coming back up to the ground. This is going to be another 5v5 skirmish, but ISO is taken down currently, so the Ohio brothers need to burst this Lord down as fast as they can before ISO comes back on the bubble. Mobazane coming in with the cheese wheel.
He's going to wrap around with the cheese wheel, trying to find the cheese of the retribution, but blocked by the side of TOB. This player is going to claim the Lord for the Ohio brothers. Shark gets out with barely any HP, but they are still fighting it out. Not done yet. Hoon finds Yato. Final slash going in. That was the IMU from Hoon to set the team of BTK, and they have to now pull back. Lord goes into the hands of TOB.
Beautiful Renner's Empathy coming in from Zia was able to snipe down Yato and make him extremely low and let the rest of the Ohio brothers finish up that game. Now they have to be careful, right? Capitalize everything, reset all the waves for them to be able to take this Lord and do something with it. Because usually we see Lords getting taken down pretty early, but this is all dependent on how they want to sync their waves. So Milo already doing a good job cutting off some of the waves of BTK so they can't push up any further. But let's see how BTK wants to play their cards.
Yeah, and Zia is going to claim yet another turret. He's definitely outscaling ISO, up by about 1,000 gold on him and picking up all of his core items. Lord is going to crash into the tier 2, and down it goes in favor for TOB. Haas class picked up from Zia to sustain himself for the late game battles, as you are going to go ahead and see the Lord bursted down from the Bloodthirsty Kings.
I'm gonna have to give big credits though, however, to Chicken. Chicken's Arlot has been literally dominating every single member of the Ohio Brothers. We're at the final slash, putting too much CC for the rest of the team to go ahead and do some damage. But Hoon
gonna rush in, Vintage Ray dropping down, Cold Alter activated. Zia is gonna find Joy Boss. ISO finds Super Shark. Both marksmen picking up a kill from the opposing sides. Fried Chicken is gonna find Zia, finds the ADC for TOB. And now Bloodthirsty Kings on the hunt, trying to find more members. Milo in the bliss, they don't spot him out. Zane wraps around, going for the backline, is gonna go in for Hoon. ISO securing the kill. That is gonna be 3 members falling to 1. TOB now in a deficit. BTK may be able to wave management and clear out these lanes to push forward on the map.
Yeah, 1-for-3 trade, and that is not a good deal for the Ohio Brothers, but a beautiful deal for the side of BTK. Now they have to do this. This is like the same story over and over, kind of seeing a repeat in the story, but best player
does rush in, is going to puncture through the minions back to safety. Zane, very confident and very tanky on this Boxia, is the 9 best player, the farm that he needs, but we are slowly getting to the late game right now. 16 minutes in, 17-11, one of the highest skill games that we've seen so far today between these powerhouse teams, the best in North America. But this is the grand final, right? The battle of merit as the gods flip a coin. Who will it land on, BTK or TOB?
Yeah, definitely have to watch out for Chicken. He's doing a lot of work right now for the side of BTK. He is giving that set potential, followed up by Yato, actually, doing a lot of support. 2-3-12 right now, but Joybaj also getting a kill and suppression on Hoon to make sure the Cult Altar isn't interfered with Yato's, but looks like the 2 tanks are going at it right now. Mobazane and best player, and looking like this lance right now is going to be a tank lance. So Tank Salat, we are going to go shift back to our previous NACT where Tank Salat has been prevailing, but Mobazane always on this tank jungle is going to do the best in King of Farming. But here we go.
Battle on the way. Best player soaking up a lot of damage, but Yato finds Super Shark. Zia with the sniper, not able to save his teammate, and now needs to pull back. Speaking of snipers, ISO with the ultimate sniper hits Zia, now making his way all the way back. Zia running very far from this engagement. His team needs him, but he was not there, and Milo very low. Cold Altar from Hoon to keep him alive, but for how long? Does flicker away, but not the same for Hoon, as he gets caught in the tracks of BTK and bursted down, creating the opportunity for them to take this Lord.
Absolutely beautiful immune though from best player coming in with Joy Bodger's ult, but wasn't enough to go ahead and sustain that team fight. But look at best player trying to look for something, but unfortunately might not make it.
Whoa! But look at the high IQ plays. Look at the pathing. Thorn Rose, not enough. With the full team of BTK stampeding around him, they will burst him down. And no, my goodness! Zia steals the Lord from Mobazane with the Bennett's Rage and gets away to safety, but ISO in a 1v1 matchup. Zia picks up the kill, still alive. The Haas class to sustain himself. High IQ plays. Nice goal lane you have, Zane. Now in the hands of TOB for the denial.
Absolutely. Now we are seeing a flip in the script that was supposed to be King of the Jungle, King of Retry. Zane taking that Lord, but looks like TOB. Zia is going to go ahead and take it with this Beatrix.
Man, huge play. That's what TOB needed. BTK, if they would have took that Lord, they could have closed it out, but with their backs against the wall and their ADC not back in time for the next 10 seconds, they may be able to end this game and claim game 1 as the Lord is still intact, slowly making his way into the base. Cold Altar being activated over there from Yato and responded back from Hoon with the IMU, keeping both teams alive. Zia finds Yato. Can he find another? Fried Chicken trying to frontline to soak up the damage, clear out the minions. Flippin' sniper going down. Joy Boss very low, goes back to the base for some regen, forcing TOB out of their base, but they are not done yet. They want to claim another inhibitor. Mobazane soaking up the damage. Chicken beside him. Yato and Joy Boss from afar. Misses the Iron Hook, but hits the Bloody Hunt. Yato securing a kill. Finds Zia, finds the ADC for TOB. With their marksman out of position, BTK gains the advantage again and will force TOB back to their side of the jungle.
Looks like they kind of overstayed their stay there, but BTK did a beautiful job recovering from that fight and was able to defend all their turrets beautifully well. Base Crystal is about halfway, but that will definitely regen as we keep going with this fight. And we are at a 20-minute game. Power Spike has been hit. Both sides are at stake, and looks like BTK wants to go ahead and pull all aggro towards the side of TOB.
And BTK now flipping it back in their favor. Can they close it out? A battle of ping pong between BTK and TOB. This is what we always see when these two teams go head-to-head, and it just shows you how explosive their matches can be. But only one team will be able to claim victorious, right? This is the grand finals for Stage 1 of the NACT Fall Season, best of 5. And this is only game 1, 20 minutes in. I don't even know which way this is going to go. It's just going to boil down to micro and macro from both sides.
It just keeps going back and forth, Wheezy. Like, there's no lead right now, right? Gold is literally neck to neck. There's literally 100 gold difference from both sides, but like literally EXP for the BTK is doing all the work, and for TOB, Zia is the one doing all the damage. So who is it really going to be taken off first? And I feel like one of those members gets taken off for either sides. This can be anybody's game, but it depends on who gets taken off. Is it going to be Zia first or Chicken?
That's definitely one of the million-dollar questions that we're asking today, right? I mean, Zia able to get that clutch play, able to take that Lord from Moba Zane. I didn't really expect it, but he had a high IQ play, right? Dropped that Venice Rage, able to take it down, and that kept TOB in this game. But BTK was able to shut down Zia on their push to try and close it out, and now here we are with both teams being even again. Just love to see the battle between who were friends at one point in time, but now enemies in the Land of Dawn. I'm sure they're still friends outside of the Land of Dawn, but I love to see the camaraderie between all of these players today. You are going to see the Co-Alter activated in the mid lane from Hoon, keeping his team alive, but Yato joining the party. Milo frontlining all the damage, far behind enemy lines, dodges the Iron Hook from Joy Bodge. Co-Alter being activated from Yato, this time for the side of BTK, as we are going to see this Lord spawn in.
Absolutely, both sides have used their ults, for especially the Colt's Altar, which Saving Grace is a better one, but ISO doing a lot of damage to Milo. But look at Joy Bodge.
Shark is going to find Yato, gets the kill. One member falling for BTK, and that may be what they needed. Hoon is going to find Joy Bodge, though. 2 members falling. A slight mistake from the Bloodthirsty Kings. Zia finds Moba Zane. Only ISO and Chicken by themselves, and make that... Wait a minute, 1v1, Immortality being proc. Zia finds Chicken, and that is just ISO left alone on an island, and 5 members of the Ohio Brothers. Best player takes him down. Hoon is going to take down ISO.
Oh, Yato.
And now a full wipeout, but Yato's still in the mix. Minions crashing down the mid lane. He needs to clear them out, but I don't think he has enough time. He is trying for dear life, but Hoon, drawing killing spree, will shut him down. And my goodness, the Ohio Brothers